Hey, I'm here.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. I had to relog to the clinic Gmail account. Every couple of months it asks me to.
Oh, no worries. Um, I sorry, I'm just Manuel booked something for with the Moon Down Makerspace too. So,
Yeah.
um, okay. Um, okay. Yeah. So for the clinic, I think what Scott Preneur and I did a couple of days ago was what yeah, you and I can cover now, and then we can call it a day. I think the most important thing is getting Baba's students activated. Um, but that's between Bob and Ramona, really. Um, so so do you mind going to the hats and yeah, we can have a look there and I can kind of show you what happened. We did record it, so um, you and I don't need to spend too much time on it because we can just kind of people can look at that recording. But yeah, maybe we can do that as well. Let's go over the hats and the term verse and we can call it a day. Definitely a lot of work to do, so
Yeah.
don't need
Okay.
to do a full hour. Yeah.
I'm working just as an FYI. I'm working on the student document to have their template if it
Oh,
shall be added eventually. But it's good to have the document ready just in case.
gotcha.
Well,
Hey, Ramona.
Hey
I
guys.
thought, hey, so I don't see Baba on the call if you're here to chat with Baba. So yeah, so they haven't fixed that yet. So you might want to move out of that hat because that hat's kind of looks like.
yeah. I was logging into the MetaMask. Okay.
Yeah, here it is. Yeah. So I think I mentioned before, but what was bothering me about the hats agreements is that they're not actually agreements. It's one. It's a signature. There's not a counter.
Mm,
Um, so that was so now we've figured it out. But it was a bit awkward because it was three separate hats. So now it's still three separate hats, but um, the other hats can be kept under the hood, and we can focus on just one hat for the user experience as well as connecting it with things like Charm First. So setting up this chain of hats is definitely not user friendly, and there's that 30-minute video with Scott Spinner and I that we'll look over really quickly that kind of shows how that's done. But yeah, future versions of hats we can make that more user friendly. For now, I guess that's the reason people hire us because we can manage that kind of complexity. So yeah, so here's an example of and then another thing that I'm finding, and maybe I'll want to restructure hats again because it's still definitely experimental, but I'm finding it's actually pretty good to structure the hats as the agreements. Because thinking about hats, they're about roles, and roles are rights and obligations. Well, how do we kind of dictate those? That's agreements. Like, so maybe this is the way to do it: is to build out hats based on the agreements, the rights and obligations between the various parties. We'll see how this goes, but for now, that's kind of what we're attempting with this new structure. So I've hidden the hats tree structure, which was um, thinking about roles more in I think more, yeah, from just like an organizational design rather than a legal relationships design. So that's kind of what this new setup is. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so for the patron, for the example of the patron agreement, we've got three separate hats. So one hat is the point of sale. That's the patron fee hat. Then the other one is the patron counterpart. That's the agreement. That's the legalese that the patron signs. And then there's one that's called patron. This is the one that the clinic is signing. And the clinic, as it signs it, it then gives the hat to the patron. And then that's what we use to connect to something like TermFirst. So Daniel, if you don't mind clicking on that patron hat, and we can see what that looks like. So if you scroll down a little bit. Oh, yep. Comply with all 3 rules to claim this hat. So if you click on that, on the 3 rules, you see to pay the subscription. So if you click on that, let's see if this all works. And then it's going to be yes, they need to fix this. So they're going to fix this. But when you go here, actually, you should be able to see all 3 modules. So we're so early that they need to actually update the user interface. So you might as well go back. But this is what we can share with people. We can, when it's ready, we can just share that one page, and then they should be able to have. If you go then to the where you were there, Daniel. Oh, pardon me, not so in the tree, but where I had that list of the 3 criteria.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So then the subscription, and paying the subscription and signing the agreement should be there. And then what we do is the clinic to confirm, yes, it's going to go to the same place, because this is just not ready yet. But when we do is the clinic, we put them on the allow list, and that's our counter signing. So then we're going to want to change the language for these agreements.
Okay.
That has it so that these rules, that's how we define the counterpart. So Daniel, if you can kind of think about some language that counterpart language, so you look at other agreements and how they talk about counterpart signatures, and how we could have this as the counterpart system. These 3 rules, or sometimes it's 2 rules. Hopefully we can state in a way that explicitly say how many rules, but something like the rules in the hat 26.6.3. Those are the counterparts.
Okay.
Yeah. And then this will be really helpful though for the wider hats community when we figure this counterpart language out. And we are submitting what we've done is for the legal engineer Stewart hat. We're saying what we've done by the 16th. So if you do happen to figure out a clause that can describe a counterpart for what Scott Preneur and I have done here by the 16th, let me know. But that's just a stretch goal, no worries. I'll just include that in our submission for this season.
Yeah. Okay. So
yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
You're viewing the counterpart as in the person, or let's say it's a student right now. The student is one side, and then the rules would be the other side.
So the one side is so the student is, So if you mind scrolling off to see 26.6.2, just to moving the a little bit over to that.
Your audio fades away.
Oh, sorry, 26.6.2. There. So that one I've called it counterpart. Clearly. Yeah. And I was in the past calling 26.6.3 the clinic's counterpart signature, and it's true. It is the clinic's counterpart signature, but the problem is now, since the user experience is just going to be going through that one page, if we call it the clinic counterpart, but it's actually where all the experience is happening, then that the language is awkward. So that's what we're going to have to figure out here. But in reality, from a contract law perspective, the patron, they're signing by minting themselves this hat here. This hat that's 26.6.2. Okay, so that's what their signature is, because they're minting that hat on their own. And then the 26.6.1, that's them just paying the fee. So we don't need to think about that as a counterpart. So the really counterpart, them saying, yes, I've opted in the actual agreement that the hat is connected to, that's 26.6.2. And then what we're saying is, because we have to mint the 26.6.3, then that's our counterpart. So the user experience is just going to be all in 26.6.3, but the actual system is the patron is signing the 26.6.2, and we're signing the 26.6.3. So everything about counterparts 26.6.2, that's one page, and that's the page with the patron signature on it. And then the other page is the signature page, right? That doesn't have, counterpart. You've seen counterparts, right? Where
Yeah.
you've got two separate signature pages, but yeah, you put them together. Okay. So yeah, ours is the 26.6.3. So how we do that language, again, I'll be presenting this by the 16th. This what we've set up here, this 26.6.3, Scott Printer and I. And if you do have that counterpart clause there, then I'll include that. If not, it'll be a to do for next season. So no worries. Whatever you have planned for, I know you've got a lot on your plate, and this is not a big deal if we don't get it in for this season, because I'll still be getting in. This is where we're innovating on signatures, on how to actually sign agreements in hats. So yeah, do you have? I don't know what the answer is. So if please just do your best attempt at some counterpart language. Feel free to, if you've got one way of, like a couple ways of looking at it, you could do two separate examples of counterpart language, and then we can all discuss later next session. What we think is the better way to conceptualize a counterpart, or maybe because this is so new, we just use both ways of seeing. Again, I actually don't really know.
Yeah, so the 16th is next Monday, so I might. I think Baba's on the waiting room. Yeah, he's as a viewer. I may schedule a call with you just to see that clause in particular, and we can discuss it maybe before you get to there. Hi, Baba.
Great. Okay, well, let's also now look at the termverse, and then so then you can watch that also. But then yeah, people know what the termverse is. So if there you go, the forum. Yeah. So that's there. And so this is good because you're not signed in yet. So you're seeing if anyone goes to our termverse, we'll see. So we can start to share public legal education on the termverse this way through the forum.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so if you go to the most recent entry in the forum, that one, yeah, chain hats together. It's a half hour, but if this will give the technical context for what we just discussed.
Okay.
Yeah, and hey, Baba, thanks for joining. So what we just did, Baba, is we have it so that people can sign agreements and also pay subscription fees, whatever fees they need within those agreements now using hats. And it takes 3 hats to do that. But we've worked with the hats team to consolidate those 3 hats to kind of one hat experience. It's not 100% done yet, but that also means when we link the Charmverse, we can use just 1 hat instead of 3, as well as the person going through the signing the agreement and paying the fees. They're going to have far fewer clicks, and it's going to be way more straightforward for them. I think it's just something we have to handhold on. Is my mic getting bad again?
No. I just have a question. I don't remember right now what I'm gonna say click order is in terms of somebody's gonna sign in or want to join as a student. Again, let's return to the student. Is he going to sign first an agreement and then pay, or first the payment and then sign the agreement, or is it gonna be simultaneously?
So things are moving so much, and it's so bad at user experience. I think the safest thing to do is to invite people to that onboarding Telegram group, and even just book a call with them, and then walk through with them in reality. And we don't have lots and lots of people signing up, so I think we can handle that. So Linktree, if you just go Linktree/LexClinic, and sure. Well, if you need to drop our own numbers, but if not, you can jump in and talk about that if you want.
No, let me reach out separately because I want this conversation to be off record, but I wanted to not drop simply. So sorry, it's been a long day. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah. So, but let's go over the process right now. But I think the best is to help people to go to the link tree and then to join the Telegram onboarding, and then we can handhold them. But so for the process now, yeah, the process now actually broken. But what it's supposed to be is that it's supposed to be you just give them, see the, I think it's the tab you have, one of those tabs you have up that's the claim tab. Oh, no, yeah, one of those tabs you have up already. Not the bookmarks, but the tabs. There we go, that one. You should be able to just descend into that.
Oh, okay.
Claim
No, just
that for
asking.
26.6.3, but it's just broken, so it doesn't work. But and then that's it. They should be able to do everything there, but we haven't seen this yet. So I don't know. I don't know if it'll work, but this is the plan. Once Hat's finalized.
Yeah, I'm just asking for the counterparty clause. Maybe just thinking out loud that maybe it can include a language that is saying, well, since you complied with condition A, consisting of signing HAT 26.1.6.1, and you are now in HAT 26.6.2. You are now signing this agreement in full agreement and whatnot, just to finish, like, uh, uh, just to finish the how it's going to be drafted.
Yeah. So if you go to the tab that's the tree itself, before that call I had with Scott Pernur that you can watch, that's there linked in the forum.
Okay.
What the person had to do is they had to go to patron fee. They had to click on that one, and they had to click on pay the subscription. If you let's click on that, see what happens there. That one might still work. Yeah, this one still works. So they had to go there. They had to pay the. Oh, by the way, this changed. So now it's just $50 to join, and that's just so because it takes us time to do admin for people. So it's just $50, and Baba, that helps with your students too. It's just $50 now. And then if they want to do the legal risk checklist, that'll be $300, and just a one time. But yeah, no, we're just doing $50 a year for people, so they can just join easy, no problem. But anyway, so the way it was set up before we did the chaining is they had to go here to this 26.6.1 claim, do all that work, and then if you go back, then they would have to go back to the tree, yeah, and then click on the next one, the patron counterpart,
Okay.
and then click on like sign the agreement, which you might still be able to do. I don't know. If you click on that, yeah, click on the two rules here. Yeah, open that up and then click on that. See if that works. No, see, it's broke. So it's already so now they can't actually do the full system until Hats gives us that user experience. But it was super complicated. That's why we definitely would have had to walk through people on that, click through all these trees. Now we'll see what they do with the UX, but hopefully just that one link to that one tree, which then especially if it spits them out into Charmverse, I think it's doable. So then you would just go to that other page. That's the claim page. And that's all we'll have to send them. So yeah, so it wasn't really doable the prior way around. That's why we've done it this way, but this way is not finished, so it's not actually doable at all. Yeah, Baba, do you have any questions? I know you just jumped in.
Hey guys, no, I don't have any questions. I think it's cool you're simplifying the system, or I get that that's what you're doing. But what would help me just as a visual guy, like we're always talking about stuff like by going to different systems, it'd be cool just to see like a map, like a visual map of the components of the engine. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have it, I can help you make it. But like I don't like when you go, oh, we're moving to Charmverse. Like I don't know what the hell Charmverse is until we're doing it. like what is like? Is it a carburetor? Is it like what is it? What is it for the engine? Like in the simplest terms, and just having a map, I think would help me just as a systems guy understand the system, like so I can like build what I need to build, because the hats guy, I forget his name. What's his name?
Which one?
The
This
guy,
you guys.
the guy that you introduced me to. It starts with an E. Eisenman.
Oh, David. It's probably David.
Yeah.
Or could yeah,
What's his last name?
like Ehrlichman, I think, or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so like I had a communication with him, and he's like, okay, well, it's not real until you connect the Treasury and the Discord, and then I do that, and I go, okay, is it real? And it's still not real. Like, so it's like, what do I need to build? Like, you know what I mean? Like, to make it real. You
Well,
know?
that's because they're giving us money. Yeah, they also had it so that there was this extra layer for the tree. Yeah, that was very kind of pedantic. That competition, true. So this is not that competition. This wouldn't win that competition. It doesn't have the criteria for the competition. But it is working with the Hats team on something that they haven't even finished yet. So
Yeah.
it's like it's actually broken right now because so yeah, we're at the frontier of this stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the annoying thing about Web3. That's ultimately why we get airdrops. But Daniel, why don't we, for everyone's sake, maybe we can just very clearly show what the steps are, um, even though they're broken. And Baba, so you can ignore all the rest of that stuff.
Yeah.
And then just focus on this. So Daniel, if you can just the tab you have next to that tab, like if you close this tab, yeah, if you close that tab and then this one, okay, good. Now leave that. So yeah, so there we go. So basically, you send people a link like this, and it'll have all three rules if it's something that someone has to pay. If not, it'll be two rules, but whatever. You just send them one link here that's a claim.hat protocol. So they're claiming some hat. So you just send them this one link, and then this stuff on the left here that isn't working, that just says module details, module links. That's what we got to see if the hat team does a good job. But that should be a straightforward user experience where the person then buys the NFT, they sign the legal agreement, and then that's it. They're good to go. On our end, we also have to approve them, so we have to put them in an allow list. But really, their experience should just be this page. That's all they should care about. And then once they sign that, then Daniel, if you should really actually spit them out to this Termverse. So Daniel, if you go to the Termverse now, great. And then maybe like click out of this page. But this Termverse it's a wiki. So that's a Wikipedia. It's like Wikipedia or it's like Notion, but it's Web3. So we can do a lot of really cool permissioning with it.
I think, Baba, what you were asking to see, from what I understanding from this video, will be exactly that. You're gonna get to know the technical side of the hats
Okay.
and the intention behind this structure, based on what Kyle has been saying. I think.
Would this wiki, because I'm just like a systems guy, right? Like, so we got components. Like, I want to build, right? Like, I want to help. So I have to understand. The more I understand, the more I can help. Let me put it that way. And I just have a learning disability.
No, this is really confusing, and things are like we also drop things, or then have things that you have to understand the technical on, but then we abstract them so you don't have to understand the technical anymore and such. So this is just this is building frontier industry stuff. But yeah, Daniel, do you mind like logging into the wiki, this wiki here, this Termverse, and then we can go over it because we're now moving away from Telegram and Discord, and we're just using this. So that's my hope. Is that people can go to that protocol,
okay.
and then they just go to this Termverse and they don't have to worry about anything else. All the rest of that stuff is now legacy. We'll link to it so they can look at it. But yeah, they shouldn't have to. They should only have to focus on the Termverse. So far, Termverse is sophisticated enough now that it is working. I think we can just forget all the rest of that shit and just be Termverse. But we'll find out together.
Well, that's. I mean, it's like that's awesome, and I get it more now that you said that. But like, it's hard to build when you keep moving. Not you, just in general. That's my problem with building anything, and because I keep moving it. you know, and things evolve and all that shit. So I'm just trying to reconcile all the work put into Discord and then starting over, you know, like to be more efficient. That's
Yeah.
you know, that's a mind fuck for me, but
It,
I get the
it,
necessity.
yeah, it is. And
Doing it too.
in high tech, in high tech, I mean, like, so when my father worked in high tech, so I've been in the industry for a while, multi-generational at least. And there's certain camps that say we're going to cannibalize our stuff. So like, it doesn't matter that we spent years working on this. What matters is that, we win the next however many years.
Yeah.
And then there are other groups that don't cannibalize. And I think like BlackBerry is a great example. They didn't cannibalize it. Well, we got a great phone. Why would we eat our own tech?
Yeah.
Yeah, but why? Because Apple came along and then they did it. So that's why Web3 is very, very tough. Is you
Yeah.
have to get good at cannibalizing, and eventually you get in the lead of everyone else, and you're making really good money and such. So I'm a bit further along in that experience. And I can tell you it starts to be much more enjoyable, but it always is the real difficulty here is that you got to be like, nope, I'm not beholden to this thing I just made for a whole year. It's a learning experience. The market is moving a certain way. I ultimately need to find that moonshot or whatever. So Discord, we've been dissatisfied with Discord, the wider community, for years.
Yeah.
And so finally we have something that is actually working. I wanted Telegram and Discord to work too, but these Collabland and Guild, they just are too wonky. So I spent a lot of time on it, and I have to admit they're buggy and a pain in the ass. And so
Okay.
I could
Okay,
I could
so
go,
we're-
well, I spent time on it, so I'm going to use it. But I also go, I spent time on it, and it showed me that it's a failure, so I'm moving on.
Okay, so Collabland and hey man, you're the general here. I'm with you. So Collabland and Guild are now useless as well.
Well, they're not useless. It's just that like the experience has been a real headache. So this this thing we have here. My experience with using Hats protocol and Converse so far has been good. It can do nuanced controls. It works really straightforward. There's no intermediary like Guild or a Collabland. It's not trying to get Web 2 to play well with Web 3. And it's so far it's able to be a wiki. It's able to also be a forum. So that's why I think we don't even need to use Telegram. So it can be a combination of, it can fill those roles because we're using it with the law firm and such too. So we need the wider community now to flesh it out. Unfortunately, until that happens, I can't guarantee that we're going to stick with this. But I do believe we could stick with this for another 5 years.
Okay.
And Discord has been something we've wanted to switch out of for the past 2-3 years.
All right.
So this is now finally the opportunity. Yeah.
Okay. So all sales Charmverse.
Yeah. Basically, if people can just sign up on Hats, and then hopefully they don't have to think about Hats anymore, and then they can just do all this legal work in Transcript. Daniel, do you mind logging into Transcript so we can do a little bit of exploration of it? So anyone can access the forum here. But
I think I'm already logged in.
Oh.
All right. Well, I just needed to talk about it. Like,
yeah,
I
hear
feel
you.
better. So, I mean, we only got so much time.
I agree. Yeah, and that's the problem. Because we have so much time, sunk costs. Is this a sunk cost, or is it something that if I put a little bit more energy into, then it'll finally have a return on value? To me, that's the most difficult thing. I mean, I'm not getting kind of a little philosophical, but genuinely, is this a sunk cost, or is it if I put a little more effort in, will I finally get my return on investment?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so I'm here, Kyle. I think I'm already logged in. Just
For some reason you don't have permission, so I'm going to go back down to my laptop and figure out why you don't have those. Well, let's look at actually let's do it together. Let's figure it out together since that's kind of point of the office hours. So let's go to that. Let's go back to the tree, and then we're going to see. So you've got the patron hat, right? Because you're the you're 56C1.
Yeah, I should have it. 56C1. Yeah, 561C.
Oh, five, 6, yeah. And then the forum, and
Yeah,
if you go into where you're logged in Traverse, is that where you're logged in Traverse as well? The 5.6.
yes. 561C. Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I think I just need to change permissions. Wait, that is confusing.
Should I try the old sign out, sign in?
No, I don't think that's the issue. Why don't we look at the other hats? Let's just make sure you have from
It doesn't appear that I have the hat, like the little logo, like I do in the entry and patron.
yeah. So let's click on the other one, the patron counterpart. Let's make sure you've got it there too. Yep, you got that. And then the final one, patron fee. Yeah, I mean, I guess because we changed it together, since you have the third one, you should have the first two also. I guess that's the whole point of chaining it. Okay, let me go down to.
Yeah, because I have a patron agreement also.
Yeah. I was talking up Traverse and then. I think Baba might have. Baba, are you still here? I think he might have left.
Yeah, it appears.
Okay. Okay, so I let me share my screen because I think this will be helpful actually. So I'm gonna log in. So I'll be back momentarily.
Okay.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So share my screen. Great, and you should be able to see my screen now. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, so in here, one way to do roles is just to directly give people roles. But another way to do it is these custom roles. And then with the custom roles, you connect it with these invites, and that's how the gating works. So it's a little not intuitive, but yeah. So do the token gating here, and then with roles, share here. So here we can test it. So let's do. Can you share your aux address in the chat here?
Yeah, 1 second.
Hey, Baba, this is so we're going over the Traumverse roles, how they work. So that's not a bad thing to see, Baba. And then you don't have to worry about Collabland or Guild's roles. It's just Traumverse's roles if this all works out. So we're now testing. Oh, look, you meet the requirements. So you should have the patron. It works. You should be a patron, yeah. So like if we test another address. See if this one works. Yeah, see, this one doesn't work because I don't have the requirements, but you do have the requirements. So that means you should be patrons. Like it's just roles of patrons. Permissions. Okay, so you should be a patron. So I think all I need to do actually is just to let's see if this works. So we can share each specific one. So patrons should be able to view and comment. Okay. So here, I'm going to copy this link and see if you can go here. Because yeah, you should have the roles.
It's asking me to join again.
Okay, well, let me stop presenting and you can present and see what happened.
Yeah. Okay. Right, so I'm gonna open the link. It leads me to joining a space. I have my Alex address here. And everything is checked as a patron. Also as support and not as best tape, because that's you. Okay, so I'm gonna join.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so you just so so that's all we had to learn there is that people we have to invite them to a specific hidden
The
ones that are just open to the public. Traumverse isn't going to ask you to sign in, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, now you're signed in. So there you go. You got access to the whole thing. Cool. So it's working. And so, yeah. So then if you go into settings, can you see? You have to go into settings. Can you change roles yourself, or do I need to do that? No. Okay. I can do that. So here, let me share my screen real quick one more time, and then we can go back to you sharing your screen. One second.
Kyle, are you muted intentionally or?
Oh, no, I wasn't. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So, yeah. So anyway, so I don't know if you can have permissions just using hats. They give you full admin permissions, which kind of sucks, but hopefully they'll upgrade that, or we can ask them to upgrade that. it's fine because right now we don't really have full permissionless environment, but at some point we do want to switch to that, which their setup won't allow it. But anyway, so here's what it is. If you were admin, you can put invites and you can do this. And then what we've simplified with the Hats team, Scotpreneur, by chaining it, is instead of these 3 links, all we have to do is this link here, and then these other 2 will be included in this third one necessarily. And here's the important things. Here's this 603, 602, 601. Well, if we go back to the hat, loads, we can see this is 6.3. That's what that stands for. So this 6.3 here stands for this 6.03 here. So these 2, what they are representing is this relationship here, this entry agreement relationship, and so we'll simplify it. We'll chain these together. So we only have to do the entry one, and then the patron one. And so the reason we're doing entry, a separate agreement that is everyone has to sign, whether if they're entitled with a claim whatsoever, is to get rid of those kind of unusual third-party liabilities, which we've discussed before. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And then Baba, sorry, Daniel, do you mind? Actually, is Baba here, or is it just us? Oh, Baba's a viewer only?
Oh yeah, I hadn't noticed it.
Hey, Baba, you here?
Okay, thanks. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, yeah. So Daniel, do you mind going over the what the Charmverse is? Share your screen.
Yeah. So here we are. Conferences.
And then if you can, like, yes, for best day, if you can expand it. So yeah, finish clinic agreements, and then
Hey, Cal,
Lex.
can I ask about this Lex Launchpad? But I'm in a group here in Vancouver that was asking for a Launchpad for a crypto project, and I don't know if this is recommendable.
Yeah, heck yeah, let's do it.
This is Baba's house. Yeah.
That's yours, right? Yeah, now I joined the dots. Okay. Okay. That's crazy.
Yep,
Yeah.
Yep.
So
that's how it works.
So what you help them to get in line with legal and tech specs or something? Just briefly.
Yeah, we'll just help advance their goals if it's social good project, and if they need legal research.
Great. Okay, I'll try to send them over then. And because there's another Launchpad that I've seen, but I don't know where from. That's why I was confused, because I was thinking there were maybe another one, but never mind that. Good to know that.
yeah, and Ramona should be using Lex Launchpad, and then she's DMing Baba about that. So feel free, Daniel, if you want to help out to join those conversations. But so I think that's the hiring Lex Launchpad, or it might be Ixion hiring Lex Launchpad. Okay. But in any case, we're gonna have to wait for Hats to finish that onboarding thing. But then after that, Baba, that'll be your house, that Lex Launchpad one that there, and so you can bring your students into that, and then this is a wiki for all of us. So it's if hopefully people start to build out legal knowledge base here. Right now it's just the houses, but we'll work together on organizing that well. It's a lot like Notion. Hopefully they're making it more and more featured, but hopefully it's good enough. But But yeah, do you guys have any questions about this?
Yeah. Well, does this replace the crypto blogging platform that you just published in? I didn't read the latest, but I love it. I forget the name. Mirror. Like,
yeah.
is Mirror different, or is Mirror thrown out the door too?
I mean, people can publish with Charmverse if they want. So for instance, like if you go to the forum we have here,
Yeah.
that we've publicly published on. I'm seeing people publish on X now. The guy Eigen Layers head of DA, he just published on X, whatever. So
Really?
I'm still using Mirror personally for publishing.
Yeah.
It's ape.mirror.xyz because it's really nice to have ape as that's part of it, just because it's and then it's only dedicated to blogging and people can collect them as NFTs.
Yeah.
So that's still totally fine. This is a wiki. And yeah, it is a wiki that you can have standalone pages published. So people want to publish on this, that's doable. But
it's not an NFT.
It does not offer NFTs, no. So, but the Hats protocol, that's an NFT, so we can gatekeep via NFTs with it. But yeah, if you want to collect blog post NFTs, then it's going to be Mirror or a Paragraph, which bought Mirror. So they're very similar technologies. Daniel, do you mind going to ape.mirror.xyz real quick just to show what we're talking about?
Where, sorry?
Ape.mirror.xyz. Yeah. So this is a nice, and again, it's paragraph.xyz is another one, but yeah, these are if you're a blogger and you want to do Web3 blog, or people can collect your NFTs. Like, see, it says one collected for the magic carpet there. So
I think Mirror's badass.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to consolidate. There's just so many different parts. It's like simpler the better. Trying to pick platforms basically.
Yeah, I don't think of Transcript as that we're not going to use Telegram or Discord anymore, and it's also our wiki. So it's our forum, our wiki, and it's our chat as well. So it should be all of those things. Hopefully Transcript does all that, so we can just focus on Transcript for it. Then for publications, we'll want to have our own blogs per se, possibly our personal blogs, but we could say that Transcript also works for clinical. Itself blog posts. We'll see. I don't know if it has like criminal distribution. Well, it definitely doesn't have an NFT collection, so there definitely could be reasons why we don't. Traverse is not good enough for blogging. But we're also, remember, we have the Journal of Legal Engineering, and we're University of Virginia has been reviewing that, and so that one I think should go through Paragraph. But we're having preliminary conversations on the stack for that one. But yeah, so a wiki is not a proper publication. So let's think of Transcript much more on the wiki side of things, where it's it's collecting a bunch of notes here and there. And but if we're going to do something that is considered highly respectable in the general academic world, it even if we did Wikipedia, it wouldn't, right? That's not the right place to publish. So same Transcript is, I would say that's probably the same credence. I would guess. Yeah. Does that help, Baba, a little bit? You guys still there?
I'm here.
Okay.
You should connect this XYC to the clinic cloud. This is really good content. It's the things that I had mentioned that could serve as a more context giver on the tech side of everything we're doing.
Sure. Well, how about we have you post your first blog forum? Yeah. Why don't we have you post one of these articles here you like in the forum as we close up this call. So
where should we create?
Well, I'm thinking in the forum itself, because that's where.
Oh. Okay.
Right. That's where we're sharing with to me, the forum is where we're having kind of our public conversations, or we're having conversations. whereas is spaces is client file management right now, and then it also can be like research, like project management. But the forum is kind of where the Telegram chat is. So let's do that. I'll change the name if I can to forum / like Telegram alternative, or maybe we can just build the culture together, whatever. But yeah, the forum is kind of where it's more chit chatty. So in here, you can make it your own category if you want, but those are the categories that exist right now. So maybe
It's not. It says I cannot create post in this space.
what? You can't post in the forum? Really?
Are you seeing my screen? I think I'm sharing, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna change permissions. 1 second. Okay, now you should be able to do it. For general. For general.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Great. I'll definitely do this.
So yeah, so let's do one. Let's just do it real quick. If you just do the untitled at the top there, at the top of where it says untitled. What do you call it? Like great article by Best Dave or something like that. So just so yeah, there's and then yeah, and then just one of those articles from general. Well, I mean, okay, so I don't think you need to put in general. So this would be in the general topic. Yeah. And then just link to that. And you can change this post later or delete it just because we've got a minute left. So then if you just link to that article,
There you go.
yeah, great. And then if you post it, then I'll respond real quick and then we'll.
I have to change my name then. What's that? Vocational salmon. I'm looking here.
Which is it, sir?
This like identity.
No, I don't know this. I don't know. I don't know where you are. Yeah.
This is my profile, and I was looking to change. I'm gonna select this. Oh, it's the anonymous one. Okay. That's good. Okay.
Okay, and then if you then click on if you go back to your forum post.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, you do that. Yeah, if you click on it, if you go scroll down, see there you go. See, I commented there. So that's my hope. Why we can use this instead of Discord and Telegram. And yeah, so the things that we're using might not be able to Transcript replace it, but if we can not have to think about Telegram and Discord, that'll be real value add. Okay, any question, guys? It's we're at the hour.
Oh, I'm good.
Baba, you good?
Yeah, I'll have to watch it again. I watched your video on the class of legal engineering over, and I get it way better. So I think we're making some actually valuable content just recording these. So all good, and that's it.
Great. Yeah, I hope so too. And that's the point is it's a bit teaching, a bit working together, and And then with AI, it can always watch these and pull out the exciting parts for people down the road. That's the idea, at least.
Word.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
Have a good one, guys.
I'll
You
be in
too.
touch.
All right. Awesome.
Bye bye.